Hello everyone, welcome to the purple classes of the Res Indica IS Academy, Desh Badala Padhai Badlo. Today we will be talking about the various schemes that are related to our skill development in our country. You know, this is a very important field of working, because government focuses on skill development of the people, because this is a place which will further boost the employability of the people, further boost the knowledge of the people. This will provide much more jobs to the people who are in the urban area, rural area. They will be getting skilled in various type of courses, they will be getting skilled in various type of professions and works and everything. So that is why government has come up with various type of skill development program in order to boost the employability and enhance the economic growth of the country. Okay, so today we will be talking about all these various schemes we will be talking about. Okay, so these are some of the very important schemes that are Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. This is the flagship scheme, the government flagship scheme, that is. Then Sankalp Yojana, Udan Yojana, Standard Training Assessment Reward, that is STAR scheme is there. Then Jan Shikshan Sansthan is there, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendras are there, PDOC, IASCS, Pradhan Mantri Yuva K Yojana, Yuva Yojana, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana. Okay, so these are very important schemes which are especially focuses on the skill development of a person. Okay, so first of all, we have to know what is the meaning of skill development. Whenever we say skill development, that means what exactly we are focusing on. Okay, whenever we say skill development, we are developing our own self, we are developing ourselves, and we are developing our skills. That means if I know something, some skill A, okay, and along with that I know some skill B, along with that I know some skill C, so I have a skill set of ABC, correct? That means I am well versed in various type of skills related to ABC, and any work that is coming in ABC, I will be well versed in doing that. Okay, so this is called developing your skills. And like if you are developing only a single skill and you are remaining in a single skill, that means you are limiting your potential of developing. So you have to keep on developing your skill set, you have to keep on adding values to your own skill set. You know, there are various training programs, you know, there are companies are there, they do formal training. Okay, they are formal training to their employees. Their employees are keep on getting training each and every time, so that in order to boost their skills, okay, they are being sent to various institutions, they are being sent to various industries for their expertise and to gain their expertise. Okay, which will further boost your own career, which will further boost your own development. Okay, so you're developing, whenever you are trying to develop your skills, it begins with accessing which skills are important right now, what is the new skills, what are the old skills, what type of skills that you need for your career development, career projection. So that is what you have to sit with your mentor or anybody, and then you have to find out like what is your expectation, what you are expected from these things, and what you are going to get after certain time once you get a desired skill. Okay, so first of all, here this is the kind of a hierarchy. So whenever we are at a very smaller age, we were the students. Okay, in the student we have start acquiring some kind of very basic knowledge, we start keeping acquiring the basic knowledge. Okay, then slowly we move on to the apprenticeship. Okay, so motivational use of knowledge. So whenever we are having certain knowledge, we start to play with that knowledge. Okay, I know something like that, okay, now I am trying to do this, okay, like that. Okay, so like apprenticeship, you are learning also and you are working also. Then slowly you are moving towards use of specialist mean now you became a specialist in that field. Okay, now you are purposefully using your knowledge, you have certain purpose and you are purposefully using your knowledge for that purpose, for work. Okay, here you are starting working. Okay, this is a place where you started working, and whenever you are doing apprenticeship, you are getting some kind of stipend. Okay, stipend means you are not getting salary, but yeah, you are getting certain money amount for working over there. Then above that, you start going towards the expert level. Now you are moving into the problem solving skill, because in your work area there are a lot of problems that might be coming during your working hours. Okay, then you move into the using of resolving the problem, that is you're moving into the solving of that problem part. Okay, right? Then you are moving to the top ladder of the skill, that is called craftsman. You become a craftsman. That means from the acquired knowledge you try to develop something very, very new. Okay, like Thomas Alva Edison know the electromagnetic effect, how he utilized the purpose that electromagnetism, then various type of electric circuits are there. Okay, so they were the experts. Slowly they became the craftsmen in that field. Now they started developing various type of product from them. Okay, so you are creating new knowledge, you are creating new skills, new products, and you are showing leadership over there. So this is the hierarchy through which your skill development should work. Okay, so in our country, during the skill development program, whatever the schemes that we are going to study today, we will be working in this field, student to apprenticeship to specialist, because after that you have to take yourself on the top ladder, because most of the people are not able to get to this ladder properly. So that is why government is providing support in these areas with the help of various type of schemes, and after that you will be able to take care of your own skills. Okay, so before going into the scheme, let's see what exactly you are developing over here. Okay, you are developing your own abilities, you are increasing your abilities, which will helping you in growth. Then you have certain skill. Now you are taking some advanced training for doing much more complex work. This will help in knowledge development. Whenever knowledge development happens, automatically your learning starts. More and more knowledge, you start recounting your learning on that basis. Then based on your learning, you develop your competence. You are becoming a fine worker in that field. Whatever the work you are doing, you become more and more competent. Like if you became a professor, okay, you wanted to become a professor, right? You develop your ability first, then your ability you start growing, then based on that you start taking more and more training and more way how you can increase your teaching ability. Then based on that you start gaining knowledge, then learning. Okay, then you became more and more competent. Once you became more and more competent, you start training the people. By training you gain some experience. So this is how your whole hierarchy keeps on going on regarding the skill development. Okay, so now we will be start doing, first of all, what is the national policy on skill development and entrepreneurship that has been launched by the government in 2015. So our national skill development policy was launched like earlier it was launched in 2009, but it was replaced by national skill development policy of 2015, because the way 2009 the policy was there and the scenario that was on 2015 was a totally different scenario, because during the time technology has changed, education has changed, most of the things are getting changed on a dynamic basis. Okay, so that is why there is a need to update the policies, update the strategies everywhere. That is why this new policy has been drafted, that is national skill development policy of 2015, so that we can empower our individual with widespread, rapid, high quality skill development, which is market driven and which makes the people employable. Okay, so that is why government came up with a policy that is called National Skill Development Policy of 2015. Here we are focusing on developing a culture of innovation that is driven by entrepreneurship. You know, during that time, during 2015, we were not having much startups. Okay, we're not having much startups and various other things, right? But after 2015, right now, if we go by data of 2023, we can see that there are around 90,000 startups are there. Okay, and they are growing, and they are growing in every field, whether it is renewable energy, whether it is pharmaceutical, whether it is manufacturing, whether it is service, whether it is automobile, or any other sector. Okay, hospitality, or everywhere where the startups are growing. Okay, and which is also providing a lot of employability to the people of the country. Okay, so the policy aim is to equip the people with the skills which needed them to thrive in the modern economy. That means they should not become irrelevant. Okay, we wanted to make the people, they should remain relevant throughout their timeline. Okay, and they will help in the countries and national development, and also help in the prosperity, because we have to reach $5 trillion economy. Okay, so skill development is the core basis. More and more skilled people in the economy, more and more economic growth, more and more business will be coming, and obviously we will be reaching towards our $5 trillion economy goal. Okay, so there are various objectives of our national policy on skill development. The first objective was promotion of the vocational training. That means we wanted to put our youths in various type of vocational training. Okay, so we wanted to encourage employers to recognize the value of skilled worker. Okay, that means if somebody wanted to be a part in the two-wheeler segment or a four-wheeler car, so there are a lot of skilled craftsmanship that is required, like servicing module, engine module. Okay, so all these places require various type of skill set of a person. Okay, so we have to provide people the vocational training in these areas. Okay, this is just an example that I have given. Then objective 2 is integrating skill training with formal education. That means right now we have a education system which only focuses on the learning, but not onto the practicality. Okay, so this concept of practicality is not there. Similarly, we wanted to make our education and formal education, whether whatever the college they are, that is even the school systems, a school system should be also providing skills to the children. Okay, formal skills to the children, like whether colleges are there, whether universities are there, institutions are there. So we have to integrate the skill training with the formal education, so that during his learning process only the person should understand the various basic things. Okay, then outcome based quality skilling. Okay, so there has to be a close emphasis on outcome. That means it is not like that you are giving a skill, but that skill is not relevant for the present day. Okay, the outcome should be like that. If you are giving any skill to a person, the person should be employable. Okay, their employability should get increased. That means that skill should be in demand, and because of that his or her employability should increase, and that is why automatically the productivity will increase. Right? Then improve access to the training. Okay, most of the people are there who belongs to the weaker strata, or they do not have proper financial resources, or they belong to some other social status group, SC, ST, OBC, and they might be living at various other places, which is where they cannot access the various type of trainings. So we need to access and enhance the training infrastructure at that places. Okay, so that proper equitable access of the training to all citizens can be enhanced. Right? Then aligning skill with the industry need. Okay, so there should be a link. Okay, institution and industry, the link has to be there. Whatever quality of whatever the quality of students that industry needed, that industry should provide the type of skills to the institution, and industry and institution should work in collaboration, so that whatever the industry need, that type of students are getting trained. Similarly, you can see there is a concept of Make in India. We will be discussing Make in India in our further classes. There are 25-27 segments are there which are focusing on automobile, pharmaceutical, aviation, various other places are there. So align these, skill these people in these areas. Okay, then establish information system, so IT based system to match skills and supply with demand. So you create some IT dashboard. Okay, there has to be a creation of IT dashboard. That dashboard will be projecting the data, like in this places, like in the aviation sector, this much people, this much skilled people are requiring, we have a shortage of this skill. So people and industry and academia can go there, they can find that and they can apply that. We have the students of this training level. Okay, so based on that we can provide the skilled worker to the industry requirement. Okay, so we can match the skill supply and demand with the help of all these tools. Correct? Then we have a objective 7, that is setting of the national standards. That means we have to set standards for the skills. Okay, so that is why how we can set the standards, we have to chip in, we have to pitch in the employers in this field, because employers, like any company is there, like if we have an automaker, like we call it as a Bajaj Auto says that I want the people who are skilled in this standards. Okay, so the company should provide like what standard of skill that you need. Okay, and based on that, apprenticeship opportunities has to be developed. Okay, so that after their training and everything, they get proper gainful employment at various other places. Okay, then obviously quality assurance has to be there. Whatever the training are being given, what are the skills that are being given, that has to be aligned with the global standards. Okay, so that it should not be like that they should be only employable in our country, they are not employable in other country. Okay, so that if they are getting the skill of a global standard, obviously their mobility will increase. Either they get their job in the country or outside, so they have a good skills over them. Okay, then objective 9 is leveraging technology, the way more and more use of technology, so that we can scale the things, we can provide much more accessibility to the people, much more content delivery and everything. Okay, utilize more and more technology in developing the skills. Okay, on the job training, like if the person is working, okay, if the working in what we call it as aviation sector, okay, aviation sector, and if there is any new technology that is coming, so train the person in these new technologies so that the person remain employable in further development fields. So on the job training, okay, in the real work environment. Okay, then objective 11 is addressing social and geographical disparity that are very, very deep rooted in our country. Okay, so we need skill development which will be providing much more benefit to the disadvantaged section and the marginalized group of our country. Okay, like SC, ST, OBC, minority and differently abled peoples are there. So we have to work in such a way that everybody should be part of this skill development. Okay, and focus is on women participation, more and more women participation, more and more skilling of the women, so that they can find their own livelihood throughout their life. Okay, so this will help further in mainstreaming the women into the national program. Okay, then stakeholder engagement and coordination. So those who are the stakeholder in all these fields, whether employer, institution, government, there should be a better coordination that should happen among them. Okay, there should be a better coordination among them, right? Now, the core objective of the entrepreneurship framework is to coordinate and strengthen the factors essential for the growth of entrepreneurship. So how it is going to be done? Okay, in our country earlier there was no promotion for the entrepreneur, or very less promotion for entrepreneurship was there, but this policy is focusing on entrepreneurship. Single entrepreneur, dual entrepreneur, creation your own company. Okay, so make it a culture of entrepreneurship, make your own ideas, develop your own ideas, take the funding from venture capitalists, take the fundings from the angel investors and everything. Okay, so we have to encourage the entrepreneurship so that people are much more moving towards the taking entrepreneurship as their viable career. Okay, so treat entrepreneurship as your viable career. Okay, get the support, provide support to the potential entrepreneur through mentorship and network. Okay, right? So after that, we have to integrate entrepreneurship in education. How? We have seen that there are a lot of boards are there who have even started their courses. Even this entrepreneurship are asking the board exams. Now this is a subject. Now this entrepreneur is itself a subject in your 10th and 12th and various other classes. So now this topic has also been included into the formal education system. Okay, so this during the very early stage of a child, the child will be able to develop the entrepreneurship ability, thinking ability, innovative ability. At the same time, they will have a social entrepreneur. They will be addressing the problem, and they will be finding the problem. They will be searching the problem, and they will be finding the solution for those problem. Okay, so that is why we wanted to address the need of the bottom of the people. Okay, then ensure ease of doing business. That means if you are entering any business, that should be easy way. If you wanted to exit the business, make it very easy. So if you are providing easy entry and easy exit from the business, then automatically you will be finding more and more people will be trying to work for your entrepreneurship. Maybe some ideas may fail, but there are some ideas they may get successful. Okay, we can see a lot of ideas that are there who became successful. We know that Zomato is there, Swiggy is there, Paytm was there, then even Byju's was there, but right now the problem is happening with the Byju's. So these are all various type of entrepreneurship. They started with entrepreneurship and now they have become $1 billion businesses, right? Then at the same time, we have to provide proper finances with the help of government networks, and then angel investor, then various type of venture capitalists, provide them market linkages and everything. So this will further boost the entrepreneurship activity. Focus on entrepreneurship who are being launched by the women. Okay, so we have to broaden the base of entrepreneur supply, meeting supply, and then also at the same time we have to focus that more and more people should be coming from the lower state of the people like SC, ST, OBC, minority and various other places. So they will be also being part of the whole process. Okay, so this is how we wanted to develop the whole work. Okay, so what is the policy framework for skill development? Okay, so the main policy framework is that we wanted to achieve the skill development and focusing on the above objective that we have seen. Okay, so there are 11 major paradigms that enable to achieve these objective. Okay, first of all, you have to aspire and you have to advocate that. Okay, then you have to have your developing your own capacity, increase your quality, have a synergy between the people, mobilize the people, engage the people, have global partnerships with the people, make outreach program, information, communication and technology integration, trainer and accessor, inclusivity, promotion of skill among the women. So these are the 11 major paradigm which has to be acting like a enablers. Okay, these are acting like a enablers, right? Now policy framework for the entrepreneurship, what government is focusing on. Now, how can we provide much better policy framework for the entrepreneurs? Okay, because this national policy was solely focuses on developing of entrepreneurship abilities. Okay, so similarly, government wanted to provide them with a better culture so that they should feel much more respected. Okay, much more respected, much more what we call it as accepted, much more innovative, because there were a lot of innovation that were there, but during that time there were not proper government support they were getting. Okay, so that is why government came with this national policy in order to develop entrepreneurship ability, develop the culture of entrepreneurship everywhere, wherever you go, whether schools, whether institutions, whether you go to your various type of companies, and everywhere you can see everywhere institution there is innovation hubs are there, innovation labs are there. Okay, so this is all because of people are developing their entrepreneurship ability among them. Okay, finances, expertise, infrastructure, everything need to be provided to these people. Government is providing a lot of enabling role, government is providing a facilitating role, government is providing enabling role to these people. Okay, so the educate and equip potential and early stage entrepreneurship across India. That means educate these people, equip with them potential, equip them with various type of tools and techniques. Okay, connect the entrepreneurs to the peers. Like if some entrepreneur is there who wanted to develop an IT software, okay, connect with the people who have been the early age entrepreneur. Like you can connect with them with Narayan Murthy. Okay, you can connect them with Nandan Nilekani. Okay, so this is how you connect the mentors, incubators in everywhere place. Okay, these companies can open the incubator centers for training of these entrepreneurs. Okay, so through entrepreneurship hubs we can help. Okay, we can have a culture that can shift from merely getting a job then to creating a job. Earlier people in our country, most of the people normally focuses on like, let's get a government job and just settle down and enjoy the life. But this is not the idea that we wanted to work on. We wanted to work on a country the way we want to make our country, so that we ourselves become so capable that we start generating jobs, we start providing jobs to the people. Okay, so the culture has to be shifted and to encourage people towards the entrepreneurship to innovate. Okay, so among the underrepresented people, among the women's, provide ease of doing business. Let the people, everybody focus on like, okay, business is very easy in our country. Okay, because as in America, as in Europe, now India has also become providing ease of doing business. Okay, you come here, you get all the clearances, you do the work, you do all the businesses. Government will not harass you in any of the way. It is just kind of a notion among the people that government harasses. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't happen, sometimes there is a little. So people called it as a red tapeism. Okay, red tapeism, right? So this has to be removed properly. So then only our business community and business will strive and thrive. Okay, then finances is one more restrictive places. So government has to provide financial resources. So government has even provided various type of tools and techniques, so which will be helping the entrepreneurship in developing. Venture capitalists are coming. Okay, venture capitalists are coming, angel investors are there, banks are providing loans to the entrepreneurs. Okay, if they have a good idea and everything. Okay, and also foster social entrepreneurship and at a grassroots innovations. Now governance, how this whole policy and national policy on skill development and entrepreneurship will be governed. So we have a Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Okay, so this ministry has been created to make India a skilled India. Okay, so skilled India mission that was going on, it has been part of the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. You can see the name of the ministry itself, they have given skill development entrepreneurship, which shows the government main focus area, primary focus area. Okay, so this ministry major role is to coordinate with all concerned and evolve a appropriate skill development framework. And if there is any kind of disconnect that is happening between market, supply, employer, employee or anything, this ministry will be able to act like a enabler and solving the dispute at all these places. Okay, so if there is any disconnect between demand, supply, skill labor, skill upgradation or anything, so this ministry will be helping in all the way possible for new skills, innovative thinking and for it. Okay, so this ministry is also playing a very important role in national policy for skill development and entrepreneurship in 2015, obviously, correct? So skill development and entrepreneurship both are complementary to each other. Okay, and there are a lot of government ministries are there, all the ministries are there normally, or state government and industry employees are there, all are stakeholder in all this policy. Okay, so we need to make sure that all the stakeholders get aligned properly, all the stakeholder should move towards a common goal. Okay, that means whosoever is engaged, whether central ministry, state ministry, departments, state government, industry, employer, people, all should focus on a common goal. Okay, converge whatever effort you are having. Okay, every ministry should provide their best in support. Okay, and with this we will be able to provide much more support for your national policy for skill development. Okay, then from where this financing issue will be solved. So under the financing part, the government has created National Skill Development Fund. Okay, so the main purpose is here we wanted to encourage the skill development in our country. So this is a public trust that has been set up by the government. Okay, and government of India is the custodian of this fund. Okay, so here all the donation, contribution, cash in kind by government, multilateral organization, corporation, all will be financed through all these places, all will be routed to these places. Okay, so here from here only the channel they will be channelizing and they will be providing funding to the skill development of our country. Okay, so this is going to be a very important fund which will be acting like a multiplier effect. Okay, so we will be having a resource optimization and skill at scale platform has been proposed. So this will act as a demand responsive and flexible vehicle to tackle the issue of skill shortage in our country, and they will be finding out where the skill shortage is happening, how we are going to train, at which place we are going to train. So it serves as an aggregator vehicle for pooling the funds from various places, whether multilateral agencies, companies, foundation, NGOs, individuals, and various other places, and keeping at a certain place. Okay, so and obviously a lot of funds will become, so this will be subject to the timely audits, so that contribution for the purpose for which the contribution has been sent has been utilized for the same purpose. Okay, similarly to attract the funds, companies will be encouraged to spend at least 25% of their corporate social responsibility on skill development initiative through NSDF. You know, any company who is having a net profit of 5 crore and above, as per the Companies Act of 2013, you have to provide 2% of your net profit for CSR activities, corporate social responsibility activity. So government said that at least 25% of this CSR fund that company are having, they should fund it towards their development initiative through National Skill Development Fund. Okay, so these funds can be channelized for the skill development activity through various state skill center through NSDF. So this is the financing portion. Okay, so all government schemes across will be encouraged to appropriate a certain percentage of the scheme budget towards skilling human resources. So that means we have a lot of schemes that are running, hundreds of schemes that are running. Okay, so government said that at least keep 10% of the budget amount of any scheme for skilling of human resources, for skilling of that. Like if we have a Jan Dhan Yojana scheme, okay, then utilize, keep that Yojana scheme. If you have a Manrega, okay, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act is there, so at least keep 10% of that money for skilling of the people. Okay, like that. Okay, similarly health area, similarly at defense area, various other places are there. Okay, so these funds can be sent directly to the NSDF, National Skill Development Fund. Okay, and government is having a lot of other options, like they can raise the fund through going to the market, and you can use the fund through basic fee paying model also. Okay, any model you can utilize. Okay, as you all know that there are a lot of people are there who cannot pay the prices of the skill training. Okay, so they are not having money to pay for the training cost. Okay, so it prevents them to get some kind of desired skill, obviously. So government is focusing on to promote scholarship, skill voucher, so that their training costs can be funded. Okay, so government is also making sure that various government schemes are there, they should utilize certain mechanism for the payment disbursement. Okay, then there is a credit guarantee fund for skill development, and a national credit guarantee trust company was set up to support the initiative of loans for the purpose of skilling. That means if any person is taking loan from the bank for skill development purpose, okay, so the guarantee will be taken by the credit guarantee fund. Okay, and further it keeps on extending. So similarly we have a credit guarantee fund for entrepreneurship development of rupees 3000 crore per year, that has been already there in the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana through NCGTC. Okay, so here the person who is taking the money for skill development initiative are also being covered under credit guarantee fund. If they get defaulted on their loans or anything, government will be funding for all these activities. Okay, now we are moving towards the important schemes. Okay, now we are moving towards the important schemes. So first of all, we have a Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Okay, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, which is a very, very important flagship scheme of the government. Okay, so under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, it is under the Skill India mission, was initiated in 2015. Okay, so it is a multi-scheme effort of the government. Under that, there are a lot of schemes are there, skill set, because he wanted to enhance the skill set of a person. Okay, so this is the heart of the mission, lies under the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Okay, so why this has been launched? Because there is a lot of gap. There's a lot of gap between a person skill set. So we have a sector here and skill set is here. So there is a gap that is there. So government wanted to fill this gap with Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Okay. So Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana was launched in various versions. Okay, so Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 1.0 was launched in July 15, 2015 on the World Youth Skill Day. Okay, under the World Youth Skill Day, right? So it give a start to the Kaushal Vikas Yojana, that is skill development. The main purpose was that we wanted to offer free short duration training program so that the person get skilled certification, and even during the skill they should get certain monetary reward. Okay, so some components are there under this first. Okay, so that is the short term training, that is the one. Special type of project, that is the second. Third is recognition of prior learning, and fourth is Kaushal and Rozgar Mela was there. Okay, short term training means the course are being designed so that the course can be completed within few months or few weeks. Okay, like within 8 weeks or 10 weeks or within 3 months, like that. Okay, so that your skill get upskill very quickly. Okay, very quickly. Then we have a special project. Like there are certain projects which require lot of labor force at that places. So these special projects have been taken first. Okay, to address the immediate skill gap. Okay, to address the immediate skill gap that is happening in that particular sector. So these sectors are being identified and the special project has been launched for that. Okay, then recognition of prior learning. Okay, so Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana already recognized and certified the skill acquired by an individual through informal means. Like earlier, any person who has taken any kind of training or anything or any skill, so that learning is also recognized and their prior work experience is also recognized. Okay, and your existing expertise is also getting recognized. It is not like that they are simply ignoring what you have learned in your life. No, that is also recognized over here. Then we have a Kaushal and Rozgar Mela. Okay, government is organizing Rozgar Mela, where potential employer will come, potential candidates will be coming, and there they will be providing them with the offer letters. Okay, they will be providing with the offer letter. You know, government, Pradhan Mantri, Prime Minister Narendra Modi even provides some kind of offer letter during these Rozgar Melas. Okay, so by the end of the initial year, there was a successfully trained 19.85 lakh candidates. Okay, so they got skilled, close to 20 lakh people got skilled. Okay, like if we go by Pradhan Mantri, this is an example that we have taken. Like if Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, a youth from a rural area undergoes a training in plumbing and acquires the certification and a monetary reward upon completion. So thereby it getting enhanced their employability and socio-economic status. That means now a person can be employed at a places where plumbing is a better activity. Okay, you can be part of a contractor in a plumbing areas. Okay, you can design a building plumbing system like that. Okay, so this is how your Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 1.0 works. Then Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 2.0. So this was implemented from 2016 to 2020, that is 4 years. Now there is a broader scope has been launched. Sectors has also increased and their geographical spread is also increased, and government has inculcated rupees 12,000 crore rupees for this whole skill development effort over there. Okay, so there are two primary components under the second phase of the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. That is, first phase is centrally sponsored and centrally managed component. And then we have a centrally sponsored and state management. So there are two components. One will be centrally sponsored and center will only manage that component. Okay, so that will be seen by the National Skill Development Corporation. So 75% of the fund and corresponding targets will be set. Then there is a centrally sponsored and state managed. That means central will sponsor that, some money will be provided, and state will be managing that. Okay, so through their state skill development center, okay, covering 25% of the funds and targets. So here state government will be funding 25%, on the centrally sponsored it is 75%. Okay, so based on the outcome, around 1.2 crore youths have been trained in this whole process. Okay, like in the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 2.0, if there is a person who has been trained in digital marketing course, so this will be aligned with Digital India initiative. The person will get secure employment in digital sector and he can apply at various places, because now he or she is having a skilled degree with him or herself, right? Now we are having a Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 3.0. So this was launched with a vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, because this was happening during the time of COVID-19. Okay. So here the aim is to address the skill gap of 707 districts across 28 states. So here if you can see, the COVID-19 has totally shaken the whole country. So during this time, government has launched full-fledged Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana. Along with that, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana has been launched in all the 717 districts across 28 states in our country. Okay, so producer, now it has adopted the decentralized approach. Okay, more emphasis has been placed on the support of states, union territories, districts. Okay, so there is a district skill committee has been said, which is creating a lot of important role in properly identifying what is the local skill demand, how we can train the people. That means here more and more decentralized approach. So here district has been made a nodal point to identify the local skill demand and based on that train the people. Okay, so there are several innovative features that has been launched under this head. Okay, trainee and learner centric approach. Okay, so this is more responsive towards the aspiration of trainee, what he or she wanted to learn, so that they become more and more engaged, more and more effective. Then bridging the demand and supply gap, that we want to put a strong emphasis on skill development. Okay, like there are a lot of jobs are coming, like industry 4.0. In industry 4.0, what skills are there? We have artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data. Okay, then various other like robotics. Okay, all these new things are coming industry 4.0 role. So again, aligning your training program so that whatever the things that are coming in the market, you align with that. Okay, then promotion of vocational education. More and more vocational education inculcate in the educational curriculum, provide them with integrated skills so that they get linked with the job opportunities. Local job opportunities, more and more identify the local areas jobs, focus on local demand, what is needed in the local area, connect with the people, provide them with the employability, provide them with the skill training in the respective area, so that we should not have too much mobility that is happening. People should get their jobs at the nearby location only. That means focus on vocal for local. That is why we have a Make in India. That is why we have a, in UP we are having ODOP. One district, one product. Okay, so we are skilling the people. Every district is skilling the people in the particular skill, and based on that, new trainings are being provided. Okay, then we have a competitive allocation. So the scheme encourages healthy competition between the states. As more and more states are skilling the people, more and more allocation of fund will be given to you. Okay, so the way you are skilling the people, the way you are showing the progress, the more and more funding you will be getting from the central government if you demonstrate better performance at places. Okay, so here if we have an example like Pradhan Mantri Krishi Vikas Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, it is in the district with a focus on agriculture. Youth receive training in modern farming techniques, maybe modern farming, how to apply fertilizer, how to apply water through a various type of drip irrigation or sprinkler. So modern farming techniques. So this skill has to be given to these people so that they become more and more self-sufficient and they will be able to develop rural development in the coming future. Now see the next scheme, that is called skill acquisition and knowledge awareness for livelihood scheme. Okay, Sankalp. Okay, so this is again a scheme of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Again, focuses on employability and entrepreneurship over here. Okay, so this is a very, very important scheme. This is focused on a district level skilling. So it is a district level skilling ecosystem. So the Sankalp is outcome oriented program. That means you have to show outcome and there are some objective that has been there. Okay, so a specific emphasis is there, okay, for improving the quality of the skill development. Okay, so this is a centrally sponsored scheme. Centrally sponsored mean a part of that will be borne by the central government and some part will be borne by the state government. Okay, so this is in collaboration with the World Bank. Okay, so the main is to implement the mandate of the National Skill Development Mission. Okay, so what is this whole scheme is all about? So here we are doing convergence of all training activities, whether it is state-led, government of India funded or state level. So whatever the skill training activities are going on, we are trying to converge it. Okay, like we are streamlining all these things and focuses on the common goal. It is not like that you are working in your own silo. Okay, not working in silos. Okay, so everything will be integrated and convergence has to be there. Okay, like if state government is implementing skill development program alongside central sponsored schemes, Sankalp ensure that these efforts are aligned for the maximum benefit. That means if a state government is having some skill development program, then central sponsored scheme will be also getting aligned with that kind of skill development program. So this is like converges and integrating so that we can get a maximum benefit out of it. Okay, then quality improvement. So here under the Sankalp, we are focusing on obviously every time quality of a skill development program, like building a pool of quality trainer. That means the trainers also should be very, very high quality people, right? Then making of a modern curriculum. That means if you go to the website of the skill development, then you will be able to find that they have a lot of curriculum for various type of activities are there. Okay, then properly standardized certification process, properly standardized assessment process. Okay, so with this you will get a very, very high standard skill training that you are going to get and better employment opportunity. Okay, then evaluation system. What is going to be the evaluation system? So here in the Sankalp we are focusing on robust monitoring and evaluation system. So policy maker are making sure that we have to identify the areas where we wanted to improve, and this is how, with the help of various type of data, because every time we are getting data aligned with that, and people are entering the data and everywhere. So we wanted to utilize this data in order to work out and in order to find out more and more accountability and how we can optimize the resources in a better way. Okay, so then fourth is inclusivity and opportunities. So under the inclusiveness and opportunities, focus is on disadvantages section of the society. how we are going to further boost and how we can further inculcate the people who belonging to the disadvantaged section of the society, SC, ST, OBC. Okay, so how we can inculcate over here. So this is again a special type of like a promotion that has been given under these. So this is a demand driven skill under the Sankalp. So here we are bridging the gap and promoting inclusivity over here. Then we are also knowing that there is another scheme that is going on that is called Strive. Strive stands for Skill Strengthening for Industrial Value Enhancement Scheme. Okay, so this both scheme like Sankalp scheme and Strive scheme both are skill development scheme, but there are certain distinctive feature about these two schemes. Okay, so Strive is also a World Bank assisted Government of India project. Okay, so whatever the places are there where skill training are being provided, this Strive is focusing on ITIs, that industrial training institute that are there, and apprenticeships. Sankalp is a centrally sponsored. Sankalp is centrally sponsored. And Strive is central sector. That means 100% funding has to be provided by the central government. So Strive is focusing sorry. Strive is focusing on industrial training institute for betterment of these places, like improve performance of the ITIs, capacity buildings of the ITIs, teaching and learning platform of the ITIs, apprenticeship training of the ITIs, right? And Strive focus on the overall working of the skill development under the outcome oriented Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So here we are focusing on providing quality skill and development program, quality trainers and everything will be provided. So this is the overall scheme, and the Strive scheme is focused only on your ITIs. Okay, so the Sankalp scheme along with the Strive scheme, they are both complementing and supplementing each other. Okay, because one is overall and another was focusing on a particular sector. So this is like providing a better convergence, quality improvement, evaluation, inclusivity and everything. So Sankalp is aiming for addressing the skill gap. Okay, and it is also understanding like what is the central sector schemes are there, what are the central sponsored schemes are there, how we can inculcate the training between these schemes, and how we can utilize these schemes and help in development of our skill training in all these areas. Okay, so this is how we are focusing on the convergence in all these places. Now we are moving towards the next scheme that is called Udan scheme. Udan scheme is yet another skill development training scheme is there. Okay, so that was earlier launched in around 2011 and 12. Okay, especially focusing on the youths of Jammu and Kashmir. So since most of the schemes, some schemes are very old, some are very new. Okay, so we have to discuss all the schemes, right? So the main is this scheme was under Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, during that time the article 370 is already there, and 335A is already there. So there is a scheme that has been there. So that has been coming under Ministry of Home Affairs, and it has been executed by the National Skill Development Corporation. Okay, so why this scheme came into being is because of the committee that is called Rangarajan Committee. Okay, so in order to enhance the capacity of the people who are living in youths of the Jammu and Kashmir, because there are a lot of terrorism related activities, people are going and joining the various terrorist group because there was no proper training, there is no proper job. So in order to divert the people from going to these areas, government has launched this Udan scheme. Okay, to provide exposure to graduates, postgraduates and diploma holder to get a jobs in the corporate entities across the whole India. You can interact with the people, you get a training from the people, so that your employability getting increased. Okay, so that is why we will be able to utilize our Jammu and Kashmir talent pool. There is a lot of talent is there, but because they are not getting proper support, they are not getting proper way and direction, so they are getting diverted to various other places. Okay, so now with this Udan scheme, we are we are able to connect the talent pool of J&K with the corporate sector of our country. At the same time, they are being provided with various type of developmental activities, training activities, and various other works. Okay, so under the scheme, so we are having a training and job placement. Okay, so number of placements have been done, training has been given, and they are being placed various places. They are being based throughout the country. They are working. Okay, so this help in bridging the gap between their education and employment. Then corporate participation, there is a lot of corporate participation has happened. Lot of corporate companies are there, like your TCS, Infosys, KPMG, Tata Motors, Yes Bank. They all have participated in Udan Mega Selection Drive. Okay, and they have taken a lot of people from the Jammu and Kashmir, and they have employed these people. Some people got job in Jammu and Kashmir only, some people got in various part of the country. Okay, so what is this Udan Mega Drive? Udan Mega Drive is a platform for employment mobilization. Okay, so very important platform where corporates will come, recruiters will come, and they will be recruiting the youths of the Jammu and Kashmir, and here the candidates will be able to interact with the potential employer. Okay, so what was the impact? With the help of a Udan Mega Drive organized in Srinagar, where a lot of IT companies are there, like TCS, Infosys. They have all participated in that drive, and whosoever was an eligible candidate, they have gone under training. They got skilled assessment, they got training session by these companies, and after that they got absorbed by these companies, which shows there is the people are talented over there. It is just like that, they are not getting better opportunities and at their places. So that is why there is a need to have these scheme for the future of the people. Okay, then we are coming into the National Skill Certification and Monetary Reward Scheme. Okay, so this scheme is also known as STAR scheme. Also, STAR stand for Standard Training Assessment and Reward. That is called STAR. Okay, so this is the scheme. So again, this scheme, which is also called National Skill Certification and Monetary Reward Scheme. Again, here we are empowering the youth. Okay, so this is again a flagship scheme of our Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Okay, so again, this scheme has been launched to address the issue of unemployment and skill gap that is our country is having. Okay, so here we wanted to equip our youths with various type of market driven skills and foster entrepreneurship. Okay, so here trainings will be provided and various help in the problem solving skills and ability to meet the demand of various competitive market. Okay, so this scheme works on incentivizing skill development among the youth. That is the main focus. Okay, so in this scheme, if anybody is participating, they will go very rigorous training program based on your industry relevant skills. Okay, once your training is completed, you will receive the monetary reward and you will get a nationally recognized certificate. That certificate will be provided by the Government of India, NSDC. Okay, and the name will be bearing Standard Training Assessment and Reward STAR certificate. So this certificate will be valid throughout the nation because it has been provided by the Government of India. So automatically your prospects for jobs and employability get increased. Okay, and based on that you will be further getting enrolled at various places for various type of activities. Okay, so what is the objective that we are focusing? Obviously here we are providing them the standardization of certification process. Okay, that means we are providing them with very important, credible and uniform skill evaluation, and you will be getting all India level certificate over here. Okay, so this will boost your employable opportunities, your skills will be enhanced, automatically your employment opportunities will increase. Okay, so and again registry of the skills. So here your skill will get registered. Okay, so this will help in identifying and acknowledging various skills so that it will help your values in the job market, because your skills will register, so you will get various type of alerts regarding your jobs. Okay, so automatically employability, skill development and monetary rewards you will be getting under that. Okay, so this whole scheme is being aligned based on looking at the market requirement that India is having. Okay, demand specific India market, what skills are there, why at which places there is a gaps that is happening, and based on that the people are being trained on those skills. Okay, then what is the benefit of this national skill certificate? Okay, so this obviously helpful in your increased employment opportunities. This will provide you with financial incentives. This will enhance your skills. Obviously with this skill you can move towards and also participate in various type of entrepreneurial activity, or you may explore your entrepreneurship ideas, or you can create your own ventures like that. Okay, and you will be getting timely employment because you will be getting focused training, participants will be there. Okay, and you will becoming typically employable in a year. Okay, so that means slowly you will be entering into a job market, right? So what is the monetary reward that you are getting? Like if you are successfully completing this program, the participant will get a cash reward of 15,000 and certification. Okay, so this fees for the course is based on the job role. That means if you wanted to join this course, then there is a fees is there. The fees of a course was based on the job role. Okay, like for shop floor job or a role in manufacturing, the fees is 1500, or for other courses you may have a fees of rupees 1000. So based on that, and after completion you will be getting a cash reward of 15,000. So what exactly is the target that has been set up under the START scheme is that they wanted to skill around 500, the scheme aims to skills and certify 500 million individuals by 2022. This will further reduce the unemployment that is being staggering everywhere. So government is focusing on providing around 500 million certificates to various individuals by 2022. Okay, so this is a very big number. Okay, so what is the eligibility criteria? You must be an Indian citizen and at least 10th grade you have completed, and be 18 years or older to register for the courses. Okay, so here I have taken some example, like Rajesh is a person who has a high school graduate, that means 10th is over in rural area. So he has opted for the STAR scheme on agriculture skill. Okay, once he is able to complete the skill, he will receive STAR certificate. Along with that, a monetary reward of 50,000. This money he can utilize in further his education. Correct? Then there is a Priya, who is a young woman passionate entrepreneur, and enroll in the START scheme for a tailored or a small business management. Okay, so once she is able to successfully complete this course, she has opened her own boutique within a year, and then she is leveraging the monetary reward, that is 15,000, as a seed capital for further boosting her venture. Okay, so this is how the national skill certification and monetary reward scheme plays a very important role in empowering the Indian youths, at the same time empowering the women also in various type of market driven skills and entrepreneurship activities. Okay, then we are coming into the sector skill council. Okay, so what is this sector skill council? So these are very important entity in the nation skill development ecosystem. Okay, so they are established under the National Skill Development Corporation. Okay, so these councils keep operating in an autonomous way. Okay, and they keep on bridging the skill gap, okay, between the workforce and what they are getting. Okay, so here we can see whatever the let's more deep dive into these all the things. Okay, so sector skill council is responsible in defining the skill. They will define like what exactly we think is a skill and where the training has to be given. Okay, it is not like that you say anything and that is a skill. No, there are certain places where proper definition of a skill is required. That means this is a skill in which I want to train the people. So what is the knowledge, what is the various job roles, what is the specific sector? So they create occupational standards. They created all these books and everything, like what is expected, what is the competencies, what is expected from an individual in different profession, that there is a kind of a type of e-books that are being created. If this is a skill, what exactly they are expecting in that skill, what you wanted to understand in that. Okay, like if we have a beauty and wellness sector skill council is there, so they will be defining what role beauty therapist has to play, what role hairdresser has to play, what role spa therapist has to play. So proper detailed thing has been written over there, that if this is a skill sector council, then this is the skill and this you have to know under this. Okay, then there is a qualification bodies and competence frameworks are there. Okay, so sector skill councils have collaborated with various education institutions and they have collaborated with various training providers. So they are developing the qualification framework, they are also developing the competency framework, and they are all aligned with the industry requirement. Okay, so these framework guides and design the training program for various other things, like retailer association skill council is there. So what is the role of retailer? Okay, so colleges, training institute will be certifying on a retail management. Okay, so there are various sector skill councils are there, every sector, and under that there are various subsectors, every sectors have their own skill center. Okay, then program for trainer development. So sector skill council will train the trainer program, then skill of the instructor and trainer who impart vocational education and training. Okay, so this program ensures that trainers are equipped with the latest industry practice. Okay, so first of all we have to train the trainer, then only the trainer can train the other people, right? So we also have to provide them with various type of we have to equip them with various type of latest industrial practices. Okay, we have a construction, like example, if we have a construction skill development council is there. Okay, so the person has to first of all get trained into construction industries. What are the safety practice, what are the modern construction technique, what are the equipment uses, how we can use it. After that only the person can be used. Then skill gap studies. Skill gap studies means sector skill council undertakes various type of skill gap study, like what skill is needed, where the gap is lying. Okay, they find out this skill gap and then they formulate the plans in addressing this skill gap. Okay, they formulate the plan and try to fix this gap. Like if we have a healthcare sector skill council, okay, if they identify that some places shortage is happening, like we have a shortage in nurses, we have a shortage in technician, we have a shortage in medical administrator, so we will be training first of all these type of people, correct? So this is a role of sector skill council. Then assessment and certification. So sector skill councils again focuses on various type of assessment and evaluation processes. Like we have to certify the people, we have to first of all we have to take assessment. After assessment only we have to certify the people. Like once we are providing certification to somebody, then only their employability will increase, correct? Until and unless they are not having certification, they will not get proper jobs any. Okay, so this assessment is also a very responsible way, has to be a very responsible way. Okay, so if we go by an example like automotive skill development council is there, so they have to conduct assessment of automotive technician, mechanic, service advisor and everybody in order to provide assessment. Okay, then what is the governance structure of sector skill council? Every sector skill council has their own governing council. Okay, they have a representative from industry, government, other stakeholder. Okay, so this council is having a very strategic direction which oversees various activities of the sector skill council. What is the industry relevant skill, what is the initiative, how we can put it. Like if we have a food industry, okay, food industry has a governing council, so there are member who are being the like a people of a hotel management or academic institution, government institution, they all are being part of the sector skill council of the governing body. So this is how this sector skill council is working. Now we are moving towards the one of the most oldest scheme that was there. It was the scheme of Jan Shikshan Sansthan. Okay, earlier formerly known as Shramik Vidyapeeth. but later the name was changed to Jan Shiksha Sansthan, or it is a very unique Government of India program, and this is being implemented by a NGO since 1967. Okay, so this name got renamed in 2000. Okay, and right now this Jan Shikshan Sansthan was transferred. Earlier it was in Ministry of Education or Ministry of HRD before. Now it has been moved to Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneur in July 2018. Okay, right now there are 290 Jan Shikshan Sansthan are working in 26 states and 7 union territories, around 4 lakh people. Especially 85% of them are women. Okay, so they are getting 100% grants from the Government of India, and this is registered as a society. Okay, and this is being managed by a board. Okay, so what is the mandate? So they are providing vocational skills in non-formal mode to non-literate, neo-literate person with rudimentary level of education up to 8th, and if they are school dropout up to 12th standard in the age group of 15 to 40. That means they are providing skill to the grassroots people, very grassroots people, those who might have left school or they don't know anything and they are illiterate or things. So they are providing vocational skill in non-formal mode. Okay, so the priority group obviously are the women. You can see here 85% women are engaged over here, and SC, ST, minority and other backward classes, because these are the categories of the people, these are the state of the people which need much more support from them. Okay, so this Sansthan is reaching to the unreached area and providing services to the poorest to the poor of our country, which shows that we are reaching towards the last mile connectivity. You see, government has not even ever tried to stop this scheme. Since 1967 it is running and still going on running, and government is providing active support in this. Okay, so this is important. Now the next thing is Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendra. Okay, so again under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, under the Skill India Mission. So all these are under Skill India Mission. So they are constructing the state of the art visible aspirational model training center in every district. So if you go to the various districts in our country, you will be finding 1 or 2 Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendra where various type of training is being provided for the skill development. Okay, so this is called Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendra. So there will be a high quality driven, industrial driven courses will be there, which will be enhancing your employability and skill center. So you can go there, register over there. They will be providing with a short term training program. Okay, short term training courses, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month training program. Okay, and they will be providing you with various type of skill certification. Okay, so the established Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendra is aided by the financial assistance. So NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, provides you with money in the form of secured loan up to rupees 70 lakhs per Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendra. Okay, so if you are developing it, government is providing 70 lakhs per Kaushal Kendra for developing of these kendras. Now pre-departure orientation training, PDOT. Okay, so we know in our country we have lot of migrant worker. Okay, they are moving towards various places and various cultural places, like outside the countries, like most of the people, most of our diaspora is there in UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. Okay, outside the country, like we have a Saudi, UAE, Qatar, Yemen, and various other places are there, even USA, Europe and every other places are there. So they have their different languages, they have their different culture. So we are training the people of do's and don'ts in the destination country, what you can do in Saudi, what you cannot do, what you can do in Europe, what you cannot do. Okay, so this PDOT program is being run by our Ministry of External Affairs. Okay, with the help of with a partnership with Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and this program is implementing agency is the National Skill Development Corporation. Okay, so trainers who have completed MEA training of trainers are able to deliver the PDOT program. Okay, till March 2017, MEA and India Center for Migrant launch pre-departure orientation training. Okay, this is a first ever training program for IISC trainers. Okay, 4 taught program have been organized till now, training for the trainers since 2017 under PDOT. Okay, so here you can see we are touching all aspects so that our people remain employable if they go even outside the country. Okay, so we are in the beforehand only we are trying to tell them what is do's, what is don't of all these things. Okay, then we have a India International Skill Center, IISC. Okay, so this is a very important platform if any Indian is interested in international workforce mobility. Okay, so here government has made possible that how we can make India a world skill capital. That means whatever the skills that are going on in the world, how India can provide that kind of skills to the world. Okay, so it will be a fee based market driven paradigm. Okay, based on total supply and demand principles. Okay, so it will be made up of member organization, and the Indian government want to make India a world skill capital. Okay, so to attain this goal we have National Skill Development Corporation, then MSDE is there. Okay, so all are working in a form of a relationship, international public private partnership, industry organization. They all are getting impaneled with this. That means they are all joining the IISC. Okay, and they will be putting like government to government activities, business to business initiative, like how we can increase the acceptability of the Indian workforce, Indian labor force. Okay, how Indian labor force can be on top of the international workforce. Okay, so NSDC keep on updating and supplying information on migration clusters, like at which places more migration is happening, what type of skills is required over there, what is mobility that is happening over there, what is the supply demand data that is there. So this IISC network is delivering new business prospect. That means we are watching like at which places what type of activities are coming, what type of jobs are getting created. In India we are training these people in all these jobs so that we become the world skill capital. Okay, then we have a Pradhan Mantri Yuva Yojana. So this is Pradhan Mantri Yuva Yojana. Okay, that means Yuva Udayamita Vikas Abhiyan. Okay, so this is a centrally sponsored scheme on entrepreneurship education. So again, this is being implemented by the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Main focus area of this scheme was entrepreneurship development by providing entrepreneurship education and training to the people. Okay, here the main focus area is that we wanted to provide them with early access, support network and social enterprises at a very early stages. Okay, so this scheme was launched over a period of 5 years from 2016-17 to 2021. Project cost was 499.94 crore, close to 500 crore rupees. Okay, around 7 lakh students have to be trained in 5 years through 3050 institutes. Okay, so that people should get easy access to information and easy credit and easy incubator facility and accelerator facility. So some of the specific objective and deliverables that are there. Okay, so how we are going to educate and equip potential early start entrepreneur. Okay, so during this time you might have heard of MOOC, massive open online courses. Okay, if you go to YouTube or any other places, you will be easily finding all these courses online for yourself. Okay, so this is delivering entrepreneurship education to all citizens free of charge through massive open online courses. Okay, using a learning management center. So during the COVID-19 time we have developed various type of learning courses and they are available free of cost everywhere. Okay, so around 3050 institutions are there. They will be delivering world class entrepreneurship education program. In this 2200 institutes are of higher learning centers like university, colleges, AICT approved institution and polytechnic. Then 300 will be schools plus 2, 10 plus 2, 500 ITIs will be there and 50 entrepreneur development councils will be there. Then connecting the entrepreneurship in a enabling network, like from peer to peer, from mentors, funds and various other things. Okay, so here in this Pradhan Mantri Yuva Yojana there was a line marketplace was there where we are connecting a potential entrepreneur to their peers. There they will have a peer-to-peer networking, peer-to-peer talking. Investors will be also pitching over there. Then financial institutions will be also coming there. They will be taught regarding a legal, accounting, technology, HR services, and what all things will be working. Okay, so in this way, we will be developing a national mentor network all together. The whole network we will be creating. Okay, this will be a network of incubators, it will be a network of accelerators. Okay, so there will be a total national network of this. Okay, so this is going to be they will be also utilizing the various schemes and initiative of central government and state government. Then we will be this scheme will be supporting the entrepreneurship with the help of e-hubs. Okay, so they will be developing national entrepreneurship resources. Okay, they will be coordinating, supporting the development program like regional area nodal. There are various hubs will be created where all the level of entrepreneurship development programs will be working, and they will be developing a cloud based management information system where all the data will be stored. They will be tracking all the entrepreneurship, they will be tracking all the training institutes, faculty, students, and everyone. Okay, so providing factory on the wheels, they will be providing incubator center, they will be creating factory like there is a four-wheeler that is going on inside that, there is certain kind of factory that has been created. Okay, so this is how we are going to develop the entrepreneurship over here. Then catalyzing the cultural shift to encourage entrepreneurs, because in our country it was very hard to move from the known line and to a totally unknown line of entrepreneur, because you might be successful, you might not be, and might not be successful has a better more chances than getting successful. Okay, so we wanted to divert the people toward dynamic entrepreneurship thought process with the help of events, branding, media, and everything. Okay, research, advocacy, and focus is on SC/ST, minority, women, and everywhere where we wanted to enhance the capacity of these social groups. Okay, and at the same time supervise the progress of the beneficiaries, what is happening over there. Okay, now we are moving towards the scheme which is especially focusing on the rural area, that is Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana. So under the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana, we know that as per census 2011, because the next census has to come. Okay, for that the process of census is going on. They will be going on with that because of the COVID-19 we will not able to get census in 2021. So as per census 2011, 55 million potential worker between the age of 15 and 35 are there in rural area, but it might be increased to a larger amount. Okay, and at the same time the world has expected a shortage of 57 million workers by 2020. Okay, so this is the opportunities where we can utilize and where we can convert our demographic surplus into a demographic dividend. Okay, even if we have a people who are in the working age, young people, and if they are not skilled enough, then they are totally a demographic disaster. How we can convert them into a demographic dividend will happen on how much skilled they are. So Ministry of Rural Development is implementing Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana for inclusive growth and developing skill in various type of productive activities. Okay, but yeah, obviously we were facing certain challenges like Indian rural poor are having they don't having a proper formal education, they are not having proper marketable skills. So that is why this Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana has been launched to bridge this gap, providing funding to the training of the global standards, focus on their placement, focus on their retention on the training and career progression, and even the foreign placements. Okay, so here we will be enabling and poor and marginalized to access the benefit, and they will be developing a demand-led skill training at no cost to the poor. Okay, so this Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana will be working on an inclusive program design. Okay, so they will be mandatorily covering the disadvantaged group, SC/ST 50%, minority 15%, women 33%. So this is how this program has been designed. Okay, so it is not only providing you a training, but it will provide you with your career progression. Okay, so you will be getting incentive for job retention, your career progression, okay, and greater support for the place candidates. Okay, so once you get placed or placement, you will get post placement support. Migrant people will get support with help of alumni network and everywhere. Okay, so government is focusing on proactive approach, building placement partnership. Okay, so those people who are getting trained under Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana, at least 75% people will be trained candidate under these categories. Okay, so this will further enhance our capacity. Regional focus is also there, like Jammu and Kashmir, northeast region, left wing area, districts are there. Okay, so all these places which are very remote area where the people are not getting proper services of the government, so this is again focusing on reaching to these areas. Okay, so this will be all working based on a standard operating procedure. Okay, right? So all inspections are supported by geotagging, time stamping, and video and photography and everything. Okay, so beneficiaries will be 15 to 35 years and SC/ST women up to 45 years. Okay, so this is following a 3-tier implementation model. Okay, one is national unit, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana, national unit under Ministry of Rural Development. They will be making policy under that. Technical support. Then Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana state mission that will be implementing support, and there will be PIA that will be called as project implementation agencies, those who will be implementing this whole program with the help of skilling. Okay, project implementation agencies. Okay, so what is a project implementation agency and what is the eligibility criteria? Okay, so they will be registered under the Indian Trust Act. Okay, right? So this is all the technicalities related to your project implementation agencies. They can be registered under Indian Trust or any state society. Okay, and existence as an operational legal entity in India for more than 3 financial year. Okay, and positive net worth for 2 out of 3 latest financial year. Okay, and turnover in excess of at least 25% of the proposed cost. Okay, so in funding project, priority is given to the project implementation agency which is offering you, like if you wanted funding from the government, then those PIAs will be selected, those who have a priority in foreign placement, that if you can provide placement in a foreign area, captive employment. Okay, that means those PIA or organization that take up skill training to meet the internal ongoing HR need. That means they can take their own skill need, they can train the people, and they can use those resources. Then industry internship, support the internship with co-funding from the industry. Then champions employer, that means project implementation agency who can assure skill training and placement of minimum 10,000 DDU-GKY trainees in a span of 2 years. Okay, an educational institute of higher repute, that means institute with minimum national assessment, NAC accreditation. Okay, and willing to take up Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana project. So these are the criteria where government will be prioritizing, like anybody who is looking for captive employment, that's who can provide foreign placement, those who can provide captive employment, or any educational institution who can provide training under that, but they have to follow certain criteria. That means they should belong to the NAC category of 3.5 and who is willing to take these projects. Okay, so projects funding and support. So project funding and support is linked to skilling projects based on market demand. Okay, so the funding will get support from 25,000 to rupees 1 lakh per person depending on the duration of the project, whether this project is running residential or non-residential. Okay, so Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana fund projects with training duration from 3 months to 12 months. Okay, normally under this you get funding only when you have any project which is running for 3 months or up to 12 months. Okay, so in that funding portion, what you will get training cost, boarding, lodging if you have a residential program, transportation cost, post placement support cost, career progression cost, retention cost. Okay, so here I have taken certain examples. So training requirement is that there will be a variety of training. Around 250 trade across range of sectors are there, like retail, hospitality, healthcare, construction, automotive, leather, jewelry, gems, etc, etc. There are a lot of things are there. Okay, so the only mandate is that skill training should be demand based. It is not like that unnecessarily you are training in the sector which is not in demand also. Okay, so it has to be demand based. More and more training has to be provided where demand is there, so that at least 75% people or trainee should get placed. Okay, so the trade specific skills are required, and they have a very proper and exact curriculum is there. Specified norms are there, and everything is there that has been released by the National Council for Vocational Training and Sector Skill Council. I told you regarding the Sector Skill Council that we have discussed earlier. Okay, so they decide, they make all the curriculum and properly prescribe the specific role of everything. Okay, so trade specific skills will be there. They will be also trained in soft skill, better English development, and IT sector. Okay, so that they should not get rejected at any places, because even if they get skills, they might not be having good communication skills, they might not be having a better talking or soft skills. So along with that, they will be taught soft skills also, they will be taught some functional English also, and some kind of computer related or information technology literacy also has to be provided, so that they becomes well sufficient self well versed in all these activities. Okay, so Deen Dayal Upadhyay Grameen Kaushal Yojana is applicable to entire country. Okay, so currently it is in 13 states and union territory, 460 districts, where 82 project implementation agencies are there who are covering around 18 sectors. Okay, so this is the skill development training and skills related scheme, Skill India mission, that we have discussed today, and various other schemes are there, especially focusing on the skill development. So we'll be discussing some other schemes related work in the next class. So till then, bye bye, take care, and have a good day.